So yeah, in this learn Clojure video, let's look at Clojure sequences, right? So for that, let me just prepare my coding stuff. So let me just put lean Ripple. So of course, in my book, we are focusing only on Calva. That is a Clojure extension for VS Code or VS Codium, and what to say, and that's what we are just focusing on. Like we are not focusing on anything else, right? I hope it's still running. Just put Control Z and something happened, or Command Z or something happened. I don't know what happened. Okay, so okay, now let me just start my Ripple. Uh, okay, not in this project. For starters, that's enough. Okay, I think something is working over here. So something. It's 1 1. Okay, so now I need to create a file, right? So I'll just create a file, maybe call it as what to call it? Sequence. Sequence.clj, right? And I think I'm good. So let me go into my Zen mode, make stuff bigger. People can see it. Maybe make the pointer bigger, but like the people can follow it. Okay, right? Is it too big? I don't know. Okay, so right, so here is sequence, right? So that's the thing. And okay, so let's take something like okay, count of list 1, 2, 3, right? So and I just execute it, option enter or alt enter depending on your system, right? So okay, so it gives four. Okay, so there are four elements over here, right? So namely 1, 2, 3, 4, and it gives four, right? And similarly, what happens is okay, if I just give like count of what to say, like set 1, 2, 3, 4, and it still gives four, right? So you might be thinking like, okay, look, they are two. Okay, this count first just checks okay whether this is a list and this is a set or whatever it is, or maybe even array, right? So let me just put like count 1, 2, 3, 4 as an array. Oops. Okay, sometimes in Canva, if you just press, I think if you press backspace, it won't get deleted. Okay, so what you need to do is like you need to hit option backspace or alt backspace, and then you need to what to say delete it, right? So that's one thing. Look, that feature is there in Canva in order to protect you, okay? Because these braces are so important in Clojure. Canva doesn't want you to accidentally do something and what to say mess up with the braces structure. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So yeah, that's the thing. And okay, so now let's okay, now it's also full. So you might be thinking, okay, like everything is being different. Okay, like there is a count for okay, uh, you are given the API as count. Okay, so but internally it might be different. That's what you might think, but maybe you are wrong. Okay, so maybe you are wrong. Okay, so let me also put another thing. Right, this is a map. Okay, so this also gives 4, right? So maybe you are wrong because if I just take this and put it in a stuff called sequence, so SEQ, that's it. Okay, so not full sequence or something like that. So if I put it like that, okay, so now this gives a list actually. Okay, only when you're writing a list, you're supposed to tell closure ripple or something like that. Okay, this is a list, so one is not a function, so you need to put a single quote over here. But in reality, like okay, when closure puts out, it knows that you guys understand, right? So that's the thing, right? Now let's put like sequence of this one, right? So a set. Okay. This also gives, okay, kind of 1 2 3 4, but in some other order. But okay, that's okay. But still, look, both of them gives out a list. Okay, so now it's just enough if you just implement a count for a list. Okay, so this is what kind of happening inside. Maybe not exactly, but this is what is kind of happening inside Clojure. Like, no need to implement a lot of stuff. If you can just break down something to us, you can bring everything to a sequence. And what to say, like, you can just implement one stuff for a sequence. Okay, even map can be changed into a sequence, but the thing is, like, yeah, the key value will be a pair. Okay, so this is a sequence or list of arrays. Okay, so sequence means, yeah, something coming in sequential, right? So this is the okay, if you take this 1 2 3 4, this is the zeroth element. Okay, that is one. The first element is two, the second element is three, and third element is four. That is the index. The index, I'm just saying. Okay, so that's the thing. So, but of course, the first element is one. But according to the indexing stuff, okay, if you look at index zero, it is one. Okay, so that's how. If you look at map over here, this one, index zero is one one. Okay. But yeah, that's the first element. Don't ask me why they implemented like that and all those stuff. Okay, like, I'm not interested in what to say, going into all those crazy stuffs. Okay, so that's the thing. And so that's what I've just explained over here. So all you just need to do is, like, okay, internally, like, you can just do like that. And similarly, like, even if you write some algorithm that works for a sequence, maybe it's going to work for a lot of things like list arrays and all those stuff. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So now I've just asked the reader to, what to say, execute all these stuff. So what will be sequence of array 1 2 3? Okay, so, or vector 1 2 3, right? So this is actually called vector enclosure, right? So that's one stuff doing a lot of programming languages, right? So you don't know what's being called. Okay, so this is called vector. Okay, fine, right? So if I put sequence of 1 2 3, it's going to give list 1 2 3, right? Okay, so, and if I just put sequence of list 1 2 3, it is going to give list 1 2 3, right? So yeah, and sequence of set 1 2 3, it's going to give 1 2 3, but I don't know in what order it's going to give, because set has no order. So you actually use set to find, okay, whether some elements are there, and you need to, if you want to get uniqueness of lots of elements, you use set and all those things, because in set, a element cannot be repeated twice, right? So that's the thing. And yeah, if you just put something like this, okay, okay, so yeah, uh so 1 2 and 3, like, you're just getting it as list of vector, right? So that's how it is. So similarly, yeah, you can do something like this, okay, like partitions and all those stuff, right? So, like, similarly, like, because all this has same algorithm. Okay, so I think what happens over here is, okay, like, sequence gets applied over here, right? So you'll just get 1 2 3 4 or something like this one. Okay, so, like, okay, so that's the thing, and this will partition uh, into twos. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking that's going to happen, right? So this is what happens, right? Okay, this gets into two partitions. Okay, this one, and okay, I need to put an enter over here. Yeah, and this one. Okay, so that's how it is. So this how it gets partitioned, right? But internally it is making a sequence. Okay, so if I just put, okay, like, partition 2, and then, oops, if I just put partition 2, and if I give this entire stuff to a sequence, it's still going to be the same, because that's what internally it's going to happen. So, and if I just do this, it's exactly the same, right? So that's how it works, right? So yeah. And oh, okay, the same stuff I've done over here, right? Okay, so similarly, like, yeah, if you can partition this one, okay, like partition two of list 1 2 3 4, right? And look, by accident I press delete, and what is it, that is delete key, that is backspaces in my Mac, and I even went over here, okay, go on deleting, but look, Calva preserves those braces because that's the right thing to do. So it's better to have Calva, right? So that's the thing. So now if I just put partition 2 of 1 2 3 4, that is list, and yeah, it gives 1 2 3 4. And similarly, if I just make this into a sequence and do it, of course, what sequence of list is going to be a list. Okay, so now you have that knowledge, and this makes almost no sense. But the thing is, yeah, you need to know. Like, that's learning, right? And similarly, partition set 1 2 3 4. Look, set might not what to say, preserve the order, so don't be surprised. So 1 4 3 2. Okay, so that's the thing. And if you want to shuffle something, don't use set. Okay, so shuffle a list or something like that, no, right? So that's not right thing to do, right? So, and yeah, let's put this sequence and do it. Okay, we are getting the same stuff, right? So that's how it is. And yeah, and then finally an array, right? You just partition an array, and it gives 1 2 and then 3 4. Okay, so look, internally everything is being converted into a list, and that's why you're also getting everything lists over here, right? So that's what I think sequence does. And for some reason Clojure likes lists more than vectors. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know, like, I don't know why they prefer that. Maybe vector, it is computationally costly, like possibly to move from one place to another and all those stuff. Okay, so that's how it is. And now if I just give this, yeah, I'll just give the same stuff. So this is all about sequence. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Bye.